fact that they've dropped 18 points from winning positions this season, which I believe is more than the previous two combined. What does that tell you about Arsenal this current campaign?
Well, I think putting all that aside, it's been a really disappointing season. I think obviously they've chased Manchester City for the last 2 years and just fell short. And obviously with the season City have had being so poor, I think the next step for Arsenal was to go on and win the league this year. And obviously they fell way short of their standards they set. And yeah, it's just important that they get back to winning ways, I think. And obviously they still have a massive game. I think they can still go to PSG and get something. It'll need an unbelievable performance, but you know, you've seen like Villa obviously have a right goal at PSG, so it can be done. And you know, that would probably be the only thing that could salvage the season if they would get to a Champions League final and possibly win it.
Is it down to injuries? Is it down to bad decisions? I asked that because Mikel Arteta, in his pre-match press conference, was saying that the rules seem to have changed during the course of the season. What they were penalised for at the start, i.e. kicking the ball away, receiving yellows or red cards, seem to have died down now.
Well, I think we've often seen, haven't we, at the start of a season, the officials make it clear they're going to clamp down on a certain aspect of the game, and a third of the way through, half the way through the season, it doesn't seem to be such a priority, and come the latter stages, it does seem to have changed. But I think it's the same for everybody, isn't it? Yeah. So therefore, I don't think, and managers are brilliant, aren't they, at actually coming up with something to divert the attention away from where their issue might be onto something else. So, you know, when you consider the fact that Kai Havertz is still Arsenal's top goal scorer, and he's been out injured for so long, I think he's on 9 league goals, I think that was where Arsenal needed to strengthen at the start of the season. They needed to bring in a goal scorer, and I think that's been the real impact on their season.
I think whenever I get together with yourself, the thing we always come back to is Arsenal signing a striker. Not only this season, I feel they should have done it probably 2 seasons ago. So now we're back onto the same type of thing that Gary's saying. You know, you're only as good as your strikers, and as he said, Kai Havertz being top scorer and being out for so long, it's become a problem.
And by the way, at the start of the season, I said I didn't think Kai Havertz would get to 20 goals. He hasn't got to 10, has he? And
he's been injured.
Unlucky. Yes, I know, I understand that. But, you know, you need to have enough depth and enough quality. If you're going to win the league, you have to be able to score goals. Simple as that. I think defensively, you know, Arsenal are pretty solid. You know, they've been mean defensively.
Except from corners, which is a weakness. Legitimately, it is a weakness. Only United have conceded from more corners in a 90-minute period. So every amount of corners, only United are worse off than Arsenal.
That's an interesting stat, because I think at the other end they tend to be very dangerous. So maybe the set-piece coach who comes to the fore every time they get a corner, or maybe he should do a little bit more work defensively and